On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Smith, his first carry, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Now Watson. It's caught. Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That turned into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Watson on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving corps from a year ago. Really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw again on second down, Watson. He'll find the rookie from Michigan, Nico Collins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Kyle Van Noy back with the Pats in 2021 there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, here's Smith again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
A first down carry for Smith. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On second down now, it's Smith. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First and goal from the 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
2nd down and goal. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Smith. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Kill, kill, kill.
Back to throw, Watson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Smith out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Grenard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A handoff to Smith. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Smith. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Dante Hightower breaking through to take him down behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's a give to Smith. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike 8, Mike 8, come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
They'll run on first down. Smith, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Watson. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll roll him out right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So a new set of downs after a big mistake on special teams. They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tight dog.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Jonnu Smith spent 4 productive years in Tennessee, but really broke out in 2020 with a career-high 41 catches and 8 touchdowns. They really love his ability to get downfield.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Jones throwing on first down. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Patriots have taken the lead. On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, switch! 24 is the mic.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch hands up.
And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And it's caught. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I thought that Brandon Cooks took over the number 1 role for the Texans after DeAndre Hopkins was shipped to Arizona. And he wound up with a team-leading 81 catches in 2000.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's returnable now for Smith. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Jim, check. Check out.
Watson off play action. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Christian Barmore brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now Ito Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space.
Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's Jones. On 1st down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for New England.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run again with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, Johnson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19.
2nd down and 7.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get off the field.
Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. He's airing it out for Williams. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Smith to return it. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ronnie Perkins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 2nd and 20.
I got him. Wide, 31. Get wide.
They'll run with Smith. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. To throw, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The first down carry here for Johnson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kyle Duggar just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, 31. 24 is the minus.
Watson. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Texans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis.